Man, what's up, man? It's your boy, the Cuban Assassin, Slim, and today I got part 2 for y'all, Slim. Part 2 of me being locked up with somebody that I Part 1 is good. Part 1 just set the tone a little bit, let y'all know what's going on. Part 2 is that action. Part 2, this is part 2. Y'all already turning part 1 up, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all my subscribers. Yes, I'm in the hospital, man. I haven't got admitted. That's gonna be more content that I give y'all, you know what I'm saying? But listen, man. Hey, y'all been showing me so much love, bro. I could not put this joint together. I had to edit it in the hospital and all that, man. Because y'all showing love, bro. I want to give the peoples what they want. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, man, here go part 2, man. If you ain't see part 1, go see part 1, man. Shout out to all my subscribers.
Man, I'm like, hey, Slim, come here, let me holler at you. He loafing, and dudes be playing. They don't even know this is the danger zone. You hear me? Pull him upstairs. I get him in the corner cell. Police really can't see what's going on. You hear me? I'll take him in the back just in case we get the rumbling. You hear me? Can't nobody see this. We gonna see. I like to fight where ain't no police gonna break us up or none of that. You hear me? We gonna get it in. You know, somebody you gonna tell me I got it, or I ain't gonna stop till you out. Play dead. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts. Who won this fight? None of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I bring him up in the corner, cause now I'm in attack mode. My adrenaline rushing, but I ain't even letting him see it yet. So I put him up in the corner. I'm like, hey, bro, you said such and such. You said play dead. Play dead. Who are you? He's like, my brother, bro. I said, well, yeah. I never forget, I looked left. I said, yeah, I'm right, the Steelers, nigga. I said, well, look here, bro. I said, that night, Babu Bam. I said, yeah, that was my work. I said, him, play dead. I said, pink polo. I said, yeah, I did that. I said, how you feel about that? So he's stuck. He like, huh? I said, yeah, bro, that night, that was my work. I said, that happened to him. I did that. I said, how do you feel about that? So he like, oh, bro. He like, nah, bro, I'll holler at you. I'm like, holler at me, nah. So I got him in the corner. I'm like, holler at me. I ain't even trying to hear that. What you, in my head, you trying to go get a knife or something? Like, nah, bro, we about to holler at each other right now. I'm like, do you feel a certain type of way about that? I said, I did that. That was my work. How you feel about that? So you got something you want to get off your chest? And he like, bro, I'm holler at you, bro. I'm holler at you about it. So when he tried to step off this time, yep, took off on him. Yep, nipped the bow. You know, fell back. So now my adrenaline rush. I'm like, yeah, Slim, I did that. I was like, what's up? I said, I had pink polo. I said, I started naming them, dog. I was saying their real name. I had pink polo. I had play dead. I had all them niggas out there. How you feel about that? Yeah, what's up? Yo, boom, boom. Hit him with a 1-2. Boom, 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 boom. So he, you hear me? So he say, I got on my slippers, bro. He had on slippers. Now he done ran off from out the corner, but we squared up. You hear me? When I hit him with the 1-2, boom, boom. He like, oh. So he like, bro, I got on my slippers, bro. Let me go put my shoes on. I'm like, put your shoes on. I'm like, bro, that's like me telling you. That's like me catching you out in the streets and I got my dog on me. You like, bro, let me go get my dog, bro. Man, nah, I guess you should have been war ready. What's up? So he like, so then the police ended up seeing this. You know what I'm saying? So they like, the inmates, everybody out here, they seeing this. The inmates out here, they like, hey, they like, cop, chill, the police. So I step off, boom. So I step off. I got cell 202 right around the corner. So I step off, boom. So the police ain't really doing that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't on too much. You know what I'm saying? And I got the police in the headlock. I'm a professional boxer, and I know how to move in this joint. I'm all about obedience, you know what I'm saying, and structure in the unit. So they love me, they need me. I don't be, you know what I'm saying, I don't be on nothing in this joint. They know I keep order in this joint. I ain't a wild dude, so they let me do whatever I want in that joint, straight up. So I go to my cell. So the CO come up there. I forgot his name. I wish I could remember his name. So he come up there. He like, hey, CO, man, what's going on? I said, nah, bro, we was just playing, bro. I said, we was just playing. So he's standing at my cell, and the cell door is right here. He like halfway in my cell. So I'm telling him, all right, bro, we just playing. He's like, y'all was just playing? He's like, oh, all right, man, that's cool then. Don't be playing out on the tip. The next thing I know, dude try to run past him and go like over his shoulder. He turned around and grabbed him like, man, what you doing? Man, go to your cell. So I'm like, oh, he just blew the spot up. I'm like, he trying to go to the hole. Dudes be trying to fight in front of the police, bro. We going to the hole, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, he trying to tip. That's what we call tipping, bro. That's hot, bro. You don't fight in front of the police, bro. So he tried to do the little shenanigans joint over the police shoulder and all that. Man, police pushed man, locked him in the cell, took him to a cell. Came back to me, he's like, man, Recio, what the hell? Y'all just playing? Dude is man, what's going on? So I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, bro, we just playing, just mad, bro. So he like, all right, man, I gotta call the lieutenant. The lieutenant gonna come over here and try to figure out what's going on. I said, man, cool, I'll holler at the lieutenant when he come over here. Boom. So he closed my door. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this nigga trying to go to the hole. I'm fighting a body. Boy, they don't give phones in the hole. Then around this time, this is the end of 2018, bro. There ain't no phones in the hole. I need to talk to my lawyers. I need to talk to my mother. I need to talk to everybody. I need my visits. I've been on the feds, bro. I'm not going to the hole. Find a piece of paper. Boom. Get a pen. This is what I write to him. You hear me? I write to him. I say, yeah, all right, bro. You was able to get your shoes on your feet. That's a bet. So now, when the doors pop in the morning, when they let us out, we going to go in the corner cell. I said, we're going to go in the corner cell. We're going to fight like men. I said, we're going to fight like men in the corner cell, because if you do any police stuff, if you try to fight me in front of the police and I end up going to the hole, bro, I don't know if I should say this. I said, I'm going to smoke your baby mother. I said, and the reason I'm going to smoke her is because you're going to be locked up for this dumbass crime you got going on right now. I said, damn, but don't trip. I said, because when you get home, I'm going to smoke you too. I said, she just going to be the first one I smoke. I said, so if you don't want to handle this like, man, if you do something, and when the police come out here and we go to the hole, I said, just know it's war. So boom, said, send the kite that gave the 20, send it over there. 20 came back. He said, bro, he ain't going to do nothing out in the open. I said, all right, bet. I said, cool, we're going to go in the corner cell now. White shirt come. White shirt say, man, what's going on? I already gave the word to tell him, man, we was just playing. He like, all right, man, I got to give y'all a ticket, though. A ticket is when you got to stay in your cell. You get a 24-hour. Yeah, he gave us a 48-hour ticket, 2 days. You hear me? So, boom, we had to stay in our cell or whatever. Bang. So, the next day, we end up getting popped out. Because it was, you got to clean up the unit, and the police come through and check the inspection. The head honchos of the jail come through. Everybody got to stand in front of the cell like on some military stuff. You got to make up your bed, all this goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they end up popping out the door. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't even sleep that night. And I slept in my shoes. I'm just so, you hear me? Because the doors get popped on accident, even though we got a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus I got a celly anyway, so my door gonna get popped. I ain't nobody running up in this joint. So, and he stay a couple cells down. So I'm in there sleeping my boots, so my door get popped. Boom, I'm up. You hear me? I go smack out. I'm the first one to open the door in the joint. So I'm looking. His light ain't on or nothing. I'm like, oh, he bullshit. I can run up in that joint right now. Yeah. So he end up, you know what I mean, getting up a little while later. So I stay out in front of my cell. Man, I made my celly clean up and all that. So boom, they come through and do the inspection. I ain't gonna lie, they came through and did the inspection, right? And when the police left from doing the inspection on the block, everybody standing in front of their cell. Slim walked right around that corner where I caught him at yesterday. He walked right around the corner. I said, oh, yeah, he want some smoke. Hey, salute him, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He walked around that joint. He was trying to get it in. So, boom, I went down the steps and went around the up steps. So, I told him he's standing under the TV. I'm like, bro, go in that corner cell right there. I'm gonna come up in the joint. The cell's real small, Slim. So, I'm like, go in the corner cell. I'm like, I'm gonna come in. He like, I ain't going in there first. So I'm like, oh, he's scared. So I walked right past him. I ain't want to walk past him because I thought he was going to try to sneak me or something. So I walked right past him, go in the cell. So boom, I put my back to the cell. I got my fist up now. So he come creeping in the cell. It's only me in the cell. He come to the cell door like, looking around. He's like, all right, bro. Come on, bro. Let's go. I'm like, come all the way in the cell and close the door, bro. He's like, no, I ain't closing no door, bro. I'm like, oh, he's scared. He trying to save face. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. He back all the way up out the cell. So I'm like, bro, you tipping, bro. So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, come on, bro. Come in the cell, bro. Come back up. You know what I'm saying? He hit me one time. He hit me in my lip. Boom, boom, boom. We get the door. And then we on the mic. They say, close the door. You got a ticket. So whole time the dude who cell was, this not even our cell. We fighting and we just use the corner cell to fight. So he like, so we tell the, oh, shit. So I'm like, we shoot out the joint. I go to my door. I go to my cell, he go to his cell. So we got it in, you know what I'm saying? So whole time the police knew what was going on and all that. The police knew we was around there fighting and all that. They don't like the dude that I was fighting. They don't even like him. So when you got a ticket, you got to stay in your cell and eat and all that. Police like, man, you want to come out and eat? So I'm like, yeah, man, I came downstairs and eat. And I always sit at the same table, you feel me? The older Muslim dude, the imam of the block, he's like, what's up with that situation? I told him, I said, man, his brother boo around. I shot his brother. I wanted to see what's up with it. I asked him, did he have a problem with that? You know what I'm saying? He ain't, you know what I mean? And I did what I did. He was like, it's over now. I'm like, yeah, it's over. You know what I'm saying? But he's just an older Muslim dude. I ain't no Muslim time. I'm on my time in this joint. I ain't go tell no Muslim that I was about to go do that. So, you know what I'm saying? But he loved me. He love me, Slim. Them good Muslim brothers, they love me and I love them, you know what I'm saying? We ain't on no gang time. We ain't on no trying to get food from each other, using each other for war. You know what I'm saying? I love them real Muslim brothers, you know what I'm saying? I really be standing myself off that Muslim stuff because they using the deen as a weapon right now. That's another subject, though. So, boom. I get put back in my cell, he in his cell. I write him a kite. I say, all right, listen here, bro. I said, I want to holler at you when we come out for our hour. I want to talk to you on some man stuff. We ain't got to fight no more. Send him the kite. So when we came out for rec, we only get an hour. So I was like, come here, bro. So he came up there. I said, look, first and foremost, bro, you got my word as a man. I ain't going to do nothing to your family, you feel me? I said, but this is how war go, you feel me? Just how I couldn't get to your brother that did stuff in the streets, bro. You got to remember something, bro. You got a target on you from what your brother did. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of stuff, bro. Before, before I went to prison, you know what I'm saying? Before I caught up with him, he pulled the gun out on me. He was like, yeah, what y'all trying to do? Bluffing at our cookout. Pull out, yeah, what y'all trying to do? Pull out a gun and all that. So I've been wanting to get at Slim. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of tension that used to go on, you know what I'm saying? The shit is dead now, matter of fact, you know what I mean? Just to put that out there, we ain't going to nothing. So listen, I tell him, man, your brother that did a lot of stuff. You got to know, you know what I'm saying, how to move and to join in on the streets because that's your family. Don't be telling everybody that's your family. I'm giving them game now. You went wrong when you told them that was your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was going to let it go, but then I couldn't because that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told you could go to court and tell him, you know what I'm saying, such and such. I said the whole time I didn't think that was your real family, but that's your real family. So I had to give you a fair shot, you know what I'm saying, because you a good dude. You know how I move. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, we straight. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing going on. You know what I mean? You got my word as a man. You know what I mean? We went in the corner. We handled our business. You know what I'm saying? Dabbed them up. Boom. Why? Like a week later, I ended up going to the hole. I go to the hole, boosh. Mind you, a dude that was over there ended up going to the hole, too. So I go to the hole. When I go to the hole, they don't send me back to 9. They send me to block 14. They send me to 14. It's the new units. Nice unit. Nice. Hey, unit 14, yeah, cool. They got the nice couches in that joint. You hear me? They got the good showers, man. So it's like 6 showers at the bottom, 6 to 12. I was like, yeah, unit 14. I got my little bedroll and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm over on the new units. Unit 9 is the old units. They ain't got couches and stuff. They got couches over this joint. I'm like, this joint big. I'm like, this joint looking sweet. So yeah, I'm about to work out. I say they got the hose over here. Yeah. A little female on deck, a little CO lady. I mess with all the CO ladies. They love watching me work out. I be doing my little burpees. You hear me? They like, how many push-ups you do a day? I'm like, girl, get up out of that shower. You hear me? So look, I come on the block, boom. I see the other dude that was on the other block with us, boom. So I go to my cell. So it's child time. Everybody got to go to their cell. Boom. You go to your cell, and then they let the top floor eat. They let the bottom floor eat. So I had cell 214. It's around the corner. Boosh. It's literally when you come around the corner. 214 right here. So I'm standing in front of my cell because they do that the first side first. So now I'm on deck. I'm looking at niggas. Ray-Bans on. You hear me? Boom. Niggas walking past. I said, oh, I see the face. It's Mr. Play Dead. It's Mr. Play Dead coming around the corner. He walked past me. Look, he walked past me, bruh. Bruh, say that's him, bruh. Say the camera is me. That nigga said. That nigga did not look. He ain't look at me like that or nothing. He ain't look at me, bruh. He walked right past. Boo, bop, boo, bop, bop. I said, I know he looked at me. I was looking all at his face right now. I'm like, my adrenaline rushing now. Because I haven't saw him since I boom. I'm like, oh. I'm on the block with him. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm geek now. I'm like, oh, bruh. I still get them same feelings because that was a crazy, bruh. I'm on a new block with him, bruh. So I see him. He go down the stairs, boo, boo, bop. I'm on him. I'm watching him the whole time. So we go around like 4 other dudes. Now he talking to 4 other dudes. I'm like, oh yeah, he talking to his man. I'm like, he probably putting them on point. I said, then he probably got some knives in his joint. I ain't got no knife. I said, don't even mind. I'm about to smash him. I said, man, I don't need a kid. I said, I'm about to go smack at him. I don't need a kid, bro. I said, I'm about to go smack at him. I don't need a kid, bro. I got to, bro, because, you know what I'm saying? He ain't in with his men and all that. I don't care about none of that. I'm about to just go I'm about to crash out on him, you know what I'm saying? So now my head is spinning. I'm on the block with an op, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I just put myself in his predicament, you feel me? I'm trying to go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you hit me, so I'm trying to see you know what I'm saying? Straight up, ain't no other way around that. We got to see each other. And you got me that time, man, I'm trying to holler at you, chat. You know what I'm saying? What's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring you a move. I got to. Straight up. And you ain't just about to hit me and get away with that. No, sir. So, you know, that's just how I used to rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I know when I know how it felt if a dude did that to me. Straight up, now you gotta see me, bro. There's a war's going on. Then we can talk. You know what I'm saying? So I see him. So now all these thoughts going in my head. Go ahead, smash him. Go in and say and punish. Go in and say and boo bop. You know what I'm saying? Da. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm going smack at him. So we end up going back in our cell. So we can't come out till later because the downstairs floor is open. My mother ended up coming to see me because I just got a hold. She come visit me. So I'm like, and I told her on the other block, look, Ma Duke's cool as it was. So look, on the other block, right? I had told her, I was like, man, I said, dude, bravo over this joint. I said, you know, it's a glass or whatever. You don't talk through the little microphone. So I said, dude, bravo over here, right? She like, yeah. So I'm like, I said, his brother? I said, She said, what's up with him? So yeah, I told my mother, I'm like, man, shit, Slim over here. I said, man, his brother, right? I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, so she like, what's up with him? I said, man, we done got it in. We left it as that. You know what I'm saying? I said, his brother in the jail, though. I said, his brother in the jail. I put her on point. She like, oh, all right, man, be safe, da. Slid out. So now she done come and visit me. So when she come and visit me this time, I'm like, and my grandmother had just died, Slim. So I ain't even trying to go back to the hole. But I'm telling her, so look, my grandma just died. So I'm like, in the joint. See, that's why you can't go to jail, bro. Your family gonna leave you and all that, Slim. It's crazy, bro. Dang, my grandmother passed away while I was in, bro. I ain't even gonna go to a funeral or none of that, bro. This is around that time, bro. I'm in the joint fighting the body, nigga. My grandmother left me, nigga. I done changed my whole life because of situations like that, bro. My family need me out here. I don't care about no streets or impressing you men or doing nothing for you men. Dudes ain't even gonna be there for me when I'm in the joint. You know what I'm saying? My family need me out here at the end of the day. But, man, back to the situation. I'm talking to my mother. I'm telling her, like, yeah, man, guess what? She was like, what's up? I say, man, remember when I told you about that last situation over on the block? So she like, yeah. I said, man, they done put me on the unit with his brother. I said, the dude that I said, man, he over here. She like, what's up with him? She don't say nothing. She don't. My mother not soft for nothing. She like, what's up with him? So I'm like, man, I'm about to see what's up. I said, we ain't talk to each other. I said, I'll put eyes on him though. I see him. I said, he in his joint. So she like, he got some men. I'm like, it don't matter. I said, yeah, he be talking to dudes. I said, he probably been over here longer than me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, I'm about to see what's up with him. I might gotta get him up out of here. I said, I might be going back to the hold door. That's what I'm telling you. So she like, man, god damn, your grandma just died. Man, I'm trying to talk to you. You need to talk to your little boy. I like, bruh, this gotta be situated. I don't know how he about to act. He probably wants some smoke with me. You know what I'm saying? I said, last time I saw him, he went to the jail. He went to jail for years. She like, what? She like, man, dang, man, call me later, make sure you shake. So I'm like, all right, boom. So I go back to my cell. So now it's game plan time right now. I'm like, dang. I'm like, all right. And then I told you I be talking to myself, so I'm like, damn, all right, what I'm gonna do? I said, how should I do this? Because I don't want to do it out in the open. Why myself tell myself, Larry, what is you doing? I said, what? He like, what is you doing? See, it's Cap and it's Larry. They call me Cap on the streets. Then my real name is Larry. See, Larry's the good guy. Cap is the bad guy. Cap is all BS. Cap is just, Cap would do anything wild. He was just like, you hear me? Larry's like, no, talk. You know what I mean? So Cap been telling me to go get at him all day. Cap is like, get him, just jump on him. You gotta do it. Larry comes and say, you don't have to do nothing. Bruh, you, him. He didn't boom, boom, boom you. You boom, boom, boom him. He went to jail. Why do you have a problem with him? You up on the scoreboard. So I'm like, yeah, you right, Larry. He like, if he don't want a problem, don't give him a problem. Be on defense. I said, man, Larry is always reasonable and gives me good insight. Cap, he a crash out. He just be moving like, you know what I'm saying? Cap a gangster though. It ain't about being gangster though. It's about being smart. So I said, you right. So I said, yeah, I'm matter of fact, Slim. I said, I'ma cool it. I'ma chill. I boom, boom, boom you. What I want to fight you for? That you been a bully, Larry. I mean, Cap, you just been a bully. You just want to boom, boom, boom. Yeah, what's up? You always want to fight. See, that's why you keep getting shot. You keep doing all that crazy that doesn't keep getting shot. And I had to talk to myself. So I was like, you just do too much. So I said, man, it's cool. I said, yeah, I'm going to go post up on the wall. I said, I'm going to go post up and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a gangster. He went to jail for like 15 years. He got a car charge for like 15 years. It was for shooting. You know what I'm saying? His man gone. Pink Polo gone. Pink Polo played with the joint. Hit me 6 times. You know what I mean? This is not These are not Boy Scouts that I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? These are serious men. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from them. We was at war. You know what I'm saying? I got marks all over my body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bullet holes all in my back and all that. I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna show y'all my stuff. So listen. So I say, man, I'm gonna go out here and post up. So left out the cell boosh. Went right on the wall, posted up. Posted up on the wall. Guess what, bruh? He walked straight up to me, bruh. He walked straight. Soon as the doors got hit. He from Landover too. This how we Landover dudes rock. Like, soon as the doors got hit, I'm on the wall already. He walking smack up to me. I'm like, oh, he coming. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, here we go. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, he gonna try to fight me on the tip. Any man that trying to go in the cell with me, and I know I'm a professional boxer, and literally just saw me clipping people, boom, 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 you're lunching. But come on. Come on. As soon as I hear about a fight, huh? What?